Right now, as you watch this video, another version of you may exist somewhere. One who chose a different door, a different career, a different life. It sounds like science fiction. Yet some of the most respected physicists on Earth believe it could be a literal reality. They call it the multiverse. And if they are right, the universe you know is only a single page in an infinite book. In one of these universes, you may never have been born. In another, you lived a life beyond your wildest dreams. This is not merely a philosophical thought experiment. The idea emerges directly from the equations that govern reality at its most fundamental level. Today, we will explore one of the strangest and most controversial concepts in modern physics. A place where reality ceases to be unique. Oh, understand where this idea came from. We need to enter the world of quantum physics, the strangest corner of science humanity has ever discovered. At the quantum level, particles do not choose a single state. Until they are observed, they exist in all possible states simultaneously. This phenomenon is called superposition, and it lies at the heart of one of the most controversial explanations in the history of science. In 1957, a young physicist named Hugh Everett proposed an idea that most of his colleagues considered absurd. What if a particle never chooses a single state at all? What if the universe simply splits to accommodate every possible outcome? Oh, understand where this idea came from. We need to enter the world of quantum physics. The strangest corner of science humanity has ever discovered. At the quantum level, particles do not choose a single state. Until they are observed, they exist in all possible states simultaneously. This phenomenon is called superposition, and it lies at the heart of one of the most controversial explanations in the history of science. In 1957, a young physicist named Hugh Everett proposed an idea that most of his colleagues considered absurd. What if a particle never chooses a single state at all? What if the universe simply splits to accommodate every possible outcome? But the many worlds interpretation is not the only theory involving parallel universes. Another idea emerged not from quantum physics, but from cosmology. Some physicists believe that after the Big Bang, space expanded so rapidly that it produced not one universe, but an infinite number of them. This concept is known as eternal inflation. Our universe would be just one bubble in an endless cosmic ocean of other universes. And if space is truly infinite, the laws of probability suggest something almost impossible. Patterns of matter must eventually repeat. Which means that somewhere, unimaginably far away, there may exist an exact copy of Earth, and an exact copy of you. This idea is both fascinating and disturbing, because if it is true, then you are no longer a unique phenomenon. You become one of infinitely many versions of the same information, repeating throughout reality again and again. Not all physicists agree with these ideas. Many argue that parallel universes are beautiful mathematics, but not physical reality. The main problem is that these universes, by definition, exist beyond our ability to observe them directly. This raises an uncomfortable question for science. Can something truly be called a theory if it can never be tested? And yet, some of the greatest minds in physics believe that indirect evidence may already exist. In 2010, a group of physicists searched for something seemingly impossible. Signs that our universe had collided with other universes. They looked for unusual circular patterns in the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe left over from the Big Bang. If our universe had once collided with a neighboring one, the event should have left a trace, like ripples spreading across water. Some observations did reveal unusual anomalies, but most scientists agree that these are not proof, only hints. Yet even a hint of another universe would represent one of the greatest discoveries in the history of science. There is also a third idea, perhaps the most philosophically unsettling of all. It is known as the theory of extra dimensions. String theory suggests that reality consists not of 3 dimensions, but of at least 10, most of which are invisible to us. If that is true, our universe may be nothing more than a thin layer, a brain, floating within a much larger, higher dimensional space. Other brains could exist incredibly close to ours, separated by distances that cannot be measured using ordinary concepts of space. Some physicists believe that a collision between such brains may have triggered our own Big Bang. If so, our universe was not the beginning of everything. It was merely one cycle in something far older. But let us pause for a moment and ask the question differently. If parallel versions of you truly exist, are you even you? If every thought and choice creates a new reality, then you are not a single individual. You are merely one stream in an infinite river of consciousness. Philosophers call this the problem of identity. If infinitely many versions of you exist, which one is the real one? Perhaps the answer is that all of them are real. Each version simply remains unaware of the others. If that is the case, every decision you make is more than a choice. It is the birth of an entirely new universe. This idea changes how we think about regret. If every other path has already been lived somewhere else, should we regret the choices we made? Perhaps the multiverse is not about escaping reality. Perhaps it is about finally embracing the one life you are actually living. But the answer may never come. Reality itself may be structured in a way that prevents us from ever knowing. And perhaps that is the greatest mystery of all. The universe is capable of creating a mind complex enough to ask a question for which it may have no answer. So do parallel versions of you exist? Perhaps the answer matters more than it seems, because it changes the very value of your existence. If infinitely many versions of you exist somewhere out there, then this version, the one hearing these words right now, is the only one you will ever truly know. Perhaps the multiverse is not about escaping into other realities. Perhaps it is a reminder of how rare and precious conscious experience really is. And maybe that is why we have not yet found proof. Not because parallel worlds do not exist, but because this one world is the only one that truly matters to you. Every day, physicists take another step towards solving this mystery. Perhaps the answer is closer than we think, or perhaps it will never come, and the question of parallel universes will remain forever one of the greatest mysteries at the boundary between science and philosophy. While somewhere in infinity there may be countless versions of you, here there is only one, and right now it is watching this video.